Hi friends, myself Nitin from the GATE Academy. Now we'll be having a session on CCMT, the Centralized Counseling for MTech Admissions. Many of the students who have qualified GATE exam, they may not be having a proper idea regarding CCMT procedure. So as we know, a little knowledge, a partial knowledge will be more dangerous. Here, now we'll be discussing regarding all the procedures, all the steps in the CCMT allotment. So as we know, CCMT is for admissions in NITs. But apart from NITs, some other institutes are also participating in CCMT procedure. We are having some IITs and some centrally funded universities also there. Okay, so in the website, you will be getting the entire list of institutes which are participating in CCMT admission procedure. So apart from the NITs, you can apply in 7 IITs as well as some centrally funded reputed universities also. So here you can see the list, and in the website you can see the information in detail. Many of the students may be doubtful regarding their eligibility for the CCMT allotments. The minimum eligibility I have shown here, that is the first thing, you should have a valid GATE score. We know the GATE score is having a validity of 3 years. You don't have to have a GATE score of 2019 in order to get the admission this year. So if you are having a GATE score of 2017 or 18, then also you are eligible for admission this year. The second thing is you should have a minimum score of 60% or a CGPA of 6.5% if you are belongs to the open category or OBC category, or if you are comes under SC/ST, you should have a minimum CGPA of 6 and in percentage 55%. Okay, you can't convert percentage into CGPA. This CGPA or percentage will be given by your respective institute. Okay, so that also you have to take care of. So here you can see the official website of CCMT. This time it is organized by NIT Rourkela. So in this website you can see that in the left side you can see various institutes who are participating this year in CCMT, and which are the different centers where you can go and report, and what are the minimum and maximum cutoffs of different institutes and all. So it's a nicely designed website. This time it is coordinated by NIT Rourkela, and all the information regarding the admission process, it is available in the website, but it may be some time consuming. So in this video we will be giving you an overall idea regarding the admission procedure. For more details you can visit the website. Mainly there are 3 stages in the counseling process. The first one you can see the online registration, choice filling and locking. The next one, online seat allotment, seat acceptance fee deposit and reporting at any reporting center nearby you. And the final one, getting admitted into the allotted college. So we will see what you mean by these each steps in detail. So we will see what exactly you mean by each of these stages. So now we will see the first stage, that is the online registration, choice filling and locking of choice. It's nothing but if you are eligible, the criteria we have already seen. You should have the minimum marks. Also you should have a valid GATE score. Okay, so if you are an eligible candidate, first step is you have to register. The date of registration is already started. You are having a time till April 26th. So in this duration what you have to do? First you have to take the CCMT site and register by giving your personal information. For registration, you have to pay a registration fee of 2,500 rupees if you belongs to open category or OBC or in economically weaker section. And you have to pay a registration fee of 2,000 rupees if you belongs to SC/ST category or you are a person with disabilities, that is you are a differently abled person. Previously, till 2018, for general and OBC category and all, you had to pay 2,200 rupees. Now they have increased to 2,500. And for SC/ST category, it was 1,700 rupees. Now it is increased to 2,000 rupees. Okay. Then after giving the registration fee, then only you can fill your choices. And this amount is a one-time payable amount. It will not be refundable. Okay. And after giving this amount through net banking or credit card, or you can also give through e-challan in SBI. So after giving this amount, you will be able to fill your choices. So till 26th you are having time, but don't get late. If you really want to get admission in any of these institutes, do it as soon as possible. Now I will tell you how to give the choices. The choice means nothing but it's a combination of institute and the specialization you need. Okay, so you will select one institute and corresponding to that particular institute you have to select one specialization. That is one set. That is considered as one choice. Okay, you can give lots of choices. There is no limitation for the number of choices. How many choices you want to you wish to give, that many you can apply. You don't have to apply separately for each choices. There is only one application form and only one time you have to register for how many number of choices you want to give. Okay, so there is no limit for giving choices, so you can give any number of choices. Okay, so read carefully all the terms and conditions before proceeding. Okay, and till April 29 you are having the time for registration and choice filling also. Don't get late, now itself you can start filling it. And one important thing I would like to mention here, any number of times you can fill the choices. It doesn't mean that once you fill your choices, it will be final. Any number of times you can reorder, or you can edit, or you can delete some institutes, you can add more institutes, anything you can do. Okay, but this locking choice, that is something which you have to remember. You have to keep attention. Don't lock the choice now. Lock it at the end only. Once you are finalizing your preference order, then only you lock it. Okay, so once you are editing it, you will be getting an option to save those options. So on the next day, if you feel that, okay, I want to make some changes, again you can open that and make changes. So the final edited order will be visible that time. On that order, you can make some edits and you can keep on saving that. Okay, so don't click locking the order. Once you lock it, it will be locked. Then again you can't edit that. There is no key to open that lock. Okay, so further edits will not be available for you. So don't lock the choice. It is very, very important. So here I have shown one just example. Like if you belongs to civil engineering and if you want to apply for the top NITs first and then the old new NITs and all. So just randomly I have given one example. Suppose this is how you are applying. So if you want to apply for NIT Trichy and structural engineering, that will be one choice. Then again, if you want to apply for NIT Trichy, that is transportation engineering, again you have to select the institute, then the branch. Okay, any order you can give. It doesn't mean that in one institute you have to give together. It doesn't mean like that. Suppose your first choice is NIT Trichy structures. Your second choice can be from NIT Roorkela transportation engineering. So like that, anything, any order you can give. There is it is not mandatory to give all the streams from one particular institute together. Nothing like that. Okay, and if you really wish to study in top institutes, we know the top NIT is NIT Trichy, following by NIT Surathkal, Warangal and all. So if you desperately looking for some best institutes, irrespective of the branches, you can go like this. Okay, first NIT Trichy, all the branches, then NIT Surathkal or Warangal, all branches and all. But some students, they may wish to study in their native places only. Someone from Andhra Pradesh or nearby places, they may wish to study in Warangal only. Someone from Kerala, they may wish to study in Calicut. Someone from Delhi, they may want to study in Delhi. Someone from North India, someone from Northeast, they want to study in NIT Agartala or somewhere. So, completely depends on your interest. The order is completely, you can fill according to your choice. Okay? There is no rule of institutes, there is no rule of branches and all. But all the institutes will not be having all this specialization. So if you are particularly taking this example, NIT Trichy offering only these three specialization for civil engineering. So that also you have to check according to your interest and according to your institutes where you want to do your masters, check the availability is there or not. Okay. So here I have just shown an example. If you belongs to some other branches, correspondingly you will be getting the specialization available in each branches. So if you want to edit anything on April 30th, you will not be able to do that. That's why I told no need to lock it, it will get automatically locked. Okay, because once by mistake if you are selecting locking, later stage you think that you want to make some change, then it will not be possible. That's why I told don't click on locking, just click on save the options only. Okay. So once you are locking the option or it is getting automatically locked on April 29th, on May 3rd you will be getting your first allotment. Okay. So you may get a seat or sometimes you may not be getting a seat. If you are giving a lots of choices, then there is chance of getting a seat somewhere. If your score is very good, definitely you will be getting some institutes. If your score is comparatively less, then there is chance that you may not be getting any allotment in the first stage. No matter, in the coming allotments, definitely you will be getting a seat. Suppose you got a seat in this first allotment, then what to do next? That's what so many students may be unaware of. Okay? So, if you are getting a seat in any of the institutes, in any of the branch out of your list, you have to go to a reporting center. So, what you mean by this reporting center? You don't have to go to the institute where you have got the admission. Any institutes you can go in the list. The list will be provided in the website itself, you can check that. All these NITs will be a reporting center and any nearby reporting center you can go. Suppose you are from some southern part and you got admission in some northern NIT Jalandhar or somewhere. It doesn't mean that you have to go to Jalandhar and report there. You can go to any NITs or some other reporting centers also there. You can see the list in the website. Okay? Irrespective of where you got the admission, you can go to any institute for reporting. This reporting simply implies that you are interested in the coming allotments. Suppose what can happen, some students who are having very good GATE score, they might have already gotten some IITs or they might have joined in some PSUs. Okay, so those students will be definitely applying for CCMT. But those students, since they got admission in NITs, IITs or PSUs, they will not be joining in NITs. So those students will not be reporting at any of the reporting centers after they got admission or after they got any seats in the first allotment. So these students who are not reporting at the institutes, at the reporting centers after first allotment will be eliminated from the CCMT process. So in the next allotment, that is in the second allotment, those students who have not reported in any of the reporting centers will not be considered. Okay? You will be considered for the coming allotments only if you are reporting in any of the institutes, even though you don't want to take that seat. Okay, so after reporting that, what all things you have to do, we'll be seeing in the coming slide. Before that, one important thing, you have to pay a seat acceptance fee of 30,000 before going into these reporting centers. See one thing, till 2018, it was 20,000 only. On a later stage, one more 10,000 rupees you have to pay as a seat confirmation fee. So combinedly, this 20,000 of seat acceptance fee plus 10,000 of seat confirmation fee, you have to pay a 30,000 rupees. But this time they have shown in the website that 30,000 you have to pay, but detailed information is not available as for us now. So if any change is happening in this amount of money you have to pay as a seat acceptance fee, we'll be updating it in our comment section. So please keep in contact. If any change is there regarding this fee, we'll be editing that. We'll be updating that in the comment section. Okay. Previously it was 20,000 plus 10,000 as the seat confirmation fee, but this time in the important list they have given as 30,000 as seat acceptance fee. Okay. So this amount, the registration fee, you can pay as online, or you can pay as e-challan and all. One thing which is very important, in case any problem happened during online payment, you didn't get the acknowledgement letter of seat acceptance fee payment, that is you didn't get the receipt of payment, but the amount is already deducted from your account. Sometimes it can happen. Huh? If it is happening, don't try to pay again. What I suggest, you go to a nearby SBI branch and take an e-challan and proceed. If an amount has deducted from your account, that can be refunded later. Okay, as far as bank procedures, within 48 hours you will be getting the money refunded. Okay, so if anything happened in online transactions, don't try to do it again and again. Go to a nearby SBI branch and take e-challan. Okay, this online payment you can do all the good banks as well, but this e-challan you have to go for SBI only. Okay, so once you are giving this seat acceptance fee, along with the proof, you have to go to the reporting center along with all the documents which are required. The required documents they have already mentioned in the website, in the information brochure. So go through that. It includes your GATE scorecard, your BTEC or BE certificates, or your CCTZ and all. You check that, along with the photocopies of all these original certificates. And on these photocopies, you have to put your sign, that is the self-attested photocopy you have to present, you have to take along with you. And the original also you have to take along with you just for the verification. Okay. Don't forget to bring your fee acceptance payment slip also. Okay. And once you are reporting at this reporting center, after verifying your all the documents, they will give you a document verification certificate. Okay. So this document verification certificate you need once you are taking admission in your final allotment seat. So from May 7th to May 10th, you can go to any reporting center after this first allotment, and you will be getting a willingness change option. That is nothing but you are having 3 options. Out of these 3 options, you have to select one options. What are those options? You are having floating, sliding and freezing. So you have to select one option if you are getting an admission, or if you are getting a seat, that is after first allotment. Okay. So now we will see what is this floating option, what is this sliding option, and what is this freezing option. So if you are simply looking at the definitions or what it actually means, the floating implies your willingness to consider you for the higher preferences. We will see that in detail. Sliding means it shows your willingness to consider you for the higher options, but in that same institute only. Freezing means whatever seat you have got, you are telling CCMT that this seat is okay with me. You don't have to consider me for the other seats. Whatever seats I got in this allotment, I am happy with that. I will be taking admission in that institute and in that branch. That is known as freezing option. Now I will be showing the previous example, and we will be discussing what actually means by this floating, sliding and freezing. So if you see our previous example, so this is how we have given the option. Suppose one student got after first allotment, he got environmental engineering in NIT Warangal. Okay, so we know that is his 9th or 10th option. Lots of choices are there above this environmental engineering, that in NIT Warangal. So he really wished to take admission in some other college that are above his this option. Then what you have to do? He has to choose the floating option. Floating means what? He will be considered in the coming allotments for the options which are higher than the currently got seat. Understood? Once you got a seat, if you are opting the floating option, then in the coming allotments, those options which are above this option will be considered. Okay? So in the coming allotments, if you are eligible for any other options such as NIT Surathkal or NIT Trichy, any subjects, if you are eligible for that in the coming allotment, you will be getting seat in those seats. That is known as floating option. Suppose one student got a seat in NIT Surathkal, that in geotechnical engineering. So that time he think that, okay, I will be studying in NIT Surathkal only. I don't want to go to NIT Trichy. Maybe he is from some nearby places. Okay, so he thinks that even though he has kept NIT Trichy as higher option above NIT Surathkal geotechnical engineering, that time of allotment he may change his mind. That can happen, no? The mindset may change day by day. So that time he think that, okay, I will stick on to NIT Surathkal, that in NIT Surathkal only, not in I don't want to go to NIT Trichy. But as of now he has got NIT Surathkal geotechnical engineering, but you can see transportation engineering and structural engineering is on higher preference. The only thing he wished that he wants to study in NIT Surathkal only, but he'll be more happy if he is getting transportation or structural engineering. We are taking some examples only. Okay, so if he wish like that, what he can do? He can go for sliding option, that he will be sliding in the particular institute. If he got the admission in NIT Warangal, and if he is going for sliding option in the coming allotments, he will be considered only for NIT Warangal in other streams which are above that particular stream. Understood what is the difference between floating and sliding? If you are opting for sliding option, you will be considered for higher options which are coming corresponds to that particular institute. If you are opting sliding, now onwards you can't change the institute. But if it was floating, you can change the institute as well. Understood? Now comes the freezing option. Freezing means you are telling CCMT that no need to consider me for the coming allotments. I am happy with this particular institute and particular stream I got in this allotment. Suppose you are getting seat in NIT Surathkal structural engineering. You are thinking that in the coming allotments you may get a seat in NIT Trichy, that in environmental or transportation engineering. But you feel that you want to study only structural engineering, then what you can do? You can freeze it. Means you desperately need to do your masters in structures only. But if you are opting for the floating and all, there is a chance of getting some other streams in the above institutes. But you don't want to study transportation and environment in Trichy. You want to study only structures. But there may be no chance to get structures in NIT Trichy. You can understand that by comparing with previous cutoffs marks and what is the last rank details and all. It will be frequently updated in CCMT website. So if you think that you want to stick on to that particular branch and particular institute, you can opt for freezing. Understood? Which means that whatever seat you got, that is finalized for you. You will not be considering in the coming allotments. Whatever seat you got, finally you have to take admission in that seat in that particular institute. So I hope you understood what is floating, what is sliding, what is freezing. So we have discussed what all things you have to do after first allotment. So the same procedure will be getting repeated as allotment 2 and allotment 3 as well. Those students who have not reported to the reporting centers and those students who have not paid the acceptance fee, they will be eliminated from the list and only the remaining students will be considered for the round 2, which will be happening in May on May 17th. Okay, and the payment also you have to done. See, if you have got any seat in the first allotment and you have already paid the fee and you have already went to some reporting centers, then in the next allotment you got some other seats, you again don't have to pay the same fee. Okay, this fee payment is only for those students who have not got any seat in the first allotment. In the second allotment only they are getting a seat. You can pay the seat acceptance fee only once you are getting a seat, correct? Na? So in the first allotment, if you have already paid the fee, then in the second allotment, even though the branch and institute got changed, you don't have to pay it again. Okay, that 20,000 or 30,000, whatever, that has to be paid only once. Okay, so the second allotment will happen on May 17th, and the reporting center you have to go from May 20 to May 22nd. And see which all students have to go to the reporting center after allotment 2. Suppose you have already freezed your options in allotment 1, that you already told the CCMT that this seat is okay with me, that is you have freezed. Okay, so now you don't have to go to the reporting center again because your seat is already confirmed. Okay, suppose initially in the first allotment you got some NIT Delhi. Second allotment you are getting some other institute, NIT Nagpur. Okay, so in the first allotment you should opt for floating, then only you will get other institutes, correct? So first allotment you have applied for floating, and now you got NIT Nagpur. Okay, now you feel that you want to stick on to NIT Nagpur, but some other branches, some specialization. Okay, maybe you got some specialization like remote sensing and all. I'm talking about particularly civil engineering. So you got some branches, some specialization like remote sensing, but you wish that in Nagpur I want to study structures. Then what you have to do? Currently your option is floating only. If you wish to study only in Nagpur, and if you are opted for floating in the first allotment, what happens? Maybe your institute may change in the coming allotments. So if you wish to slide within that Nagpur only, then you have to go to the reporting center, even though you have gone in the after first allotment as well. Understood? Because you want to change the option. You have to change the willingness. After first allotment you have given floating. Now you wish to get some other specialization within Nagpur. So what you have to do? You have to change the willingness from floating to sliding. Understood? So for that you have to again go to the reporting center with all your documents. Okay? But once already your documents got verified and you got the document verified certificate, they may not demand for other certificates, but don't take risk. Just take all the certificates with you, what all things you have taken for the first allotment along with your document verification certificate. Suppose the document verification certificate will be enough in the second allotment if you have already done that. Okay, so those students have to go to the reporting centers after the second allotment. Okay, and we will be having one more allotment, that is the round 3, that may happen in May 31st. Okay, and from June 3 to June 7th you can continue the same process. So yes, similarly, if you want to slide yourself, then you can you again have to go to the reporting center after third allotment. Same procedure. Okay. So one thing I would like to mention here, you have to note that June 5th, the reporting center will be closed on account of Eid al-Fitr. Okay. So on June 5th, it will be closed. So plan your journey accordingly. So far we have seen what all things you have to do in these 3 rounds of allotments. Now, after third allotment, you will be getting some seat. So you have to accept that seat by reporting that particular institute. Only this stage you have to go to that institute where you got the allotment. Till round 3 allotment, you can go to any institute in that list. The list I have already told you, it is there in the website. So you can go to any reporting center irrespective of the institute where you got the admission. But after round 3, once your seat is finalized, you have to go to the corresponding institute where you have got the admission and you have to physically present there to take the seat. That is, you are confirming your seat. So before going into the institute, you have to download your provisional seat confirmation letter, and along with that only you have to go. Okay, so all your documents you have to keep with you when you are going into the institute for confirming your seat. Any student who are not able to present in the institute in the scheduled date, the scheduled date for the institutes will be mentioned in the website itself. Okay, so if you are failing to present in the institutes, you will be considered as out of the competition or out of the process. That is, it will be considered that you are not interested to take the seat. So suppose you are not interested actually, then you don't have to go to the institute and take the admission. There is option for withdrawing the seat as well. So whatever amount you have paid, that will be getting refunded to your account after deducting some processing fee. It may be around 1000 rupees or 1500 rupees. The remaining amount that you have already paid out of this 20,000 or 30,000 rupees will be getting refunded to your account. So as of now, you have already paid some 30,000 or something. Okay. So each institute will be having separate figure for the institute fee and mess fee and all. Okay. It is not for all the institutes, all the NIDs, it is not a common fee structure. Each institute is having different fee structure. The tentative fee structure, it is already given in the website, you can see. But what I suggest, there may be some changes. Okay. So finally, if you are getting admission in some particular NIT, go to the website of that particular NIT and check the fee structure. There may be some change. Okay, even though you are getting a tentative fee structure in the CCMT website. And whatever be the balance amount, that only you have to pay in the institute. So far you have already paid some amount. Suppose you have already paid 30,000 and the institute fee is some 70,000. So only you have to pay 40,000 extra, like that. Okay. So some mess fee will be there, some hostel fee will be there. So if you are a hostler, you have to pay that. Or if you are opting mess, then you have to pay that. So it depends on the institute and your choice, whether you want to stay in hostel or you want to opt for the college mess and all. So after these first, second, third allotments and taking admissions and all, we are having one important round which is called NSR, nothing but the National Sport Round. In this round, which all students can apply in this round, that some students whose score may not be that much good, so they may not have got any seats in these three allotments. So some students who desperately need some particular specialization, which may be highly competitive. Okay, so such streams, if you are not getting, you might have given only option for that specialization only. So such students also may not be getting any seat in these three allotments. So those students can also apply for sport round. Okay, or if you are not happy with this allotted seat during this third allotment, you can withdraw your seat and go for national sport round. If you are withdrawing your seat, you will be getting the amount refunded, provided some money they will take as processing fee. Okay, so in the national sport round, you can see here what are the different important dates. The important thing I would like to mention here, for national sport round, you have to register separately. A separate choice filling is needed for national sport round. Okay, you will be applying as a fresh candidate. Okay, there is no relation between the choice of the round 1, round 2, round 3 and the national sport round. You can give any institute, any branch, provided you have to see in which all institutes and in which all streams they are having vacant seats. Okay, this availability will be published in CCMT website. So first check that, and accordingly and according to your interest, you give the choice for national sport round. And as of 2018 data, 42,000 rupees you have to pay, 42,200 rupees you have to pay for national sport round. But this time I've already mentioned that 2,200 rupees is actually the registration fee. They have increased that to 2,500. So this time 42,500 rupees you have to pay for national sport round. See, in case any change happened in these figures, we will be updating in the comment section. Okay, so this much amount you have to pay, and once you are getting a seat in some institutes, the balance amount only you have to pay. So in this 40,000 they will be you have to pay, like if the institute fee is 60,000, now only 20,000 only you have to pay. But in most of the institutes, the entire amount you have to pay there as 60,000 or 70,000, and later this 40,000 will be refunded to your account. It is like that. Okay, in many of the institutes. So you have to confirm it before you are taking the seat in that particular institute. Okay, so this 2,500 rupees they will take, even though you are not getting the seat, that they will take as your registration fee. And if you are not getting any seat in this national sport round, this 40,000 will be refunded to your account. Okay, so far we have discussed till national sport round, and after national sport round there are 3 stages. That is, first thing is internal sliding. So by this time your institute is already fixed. Okay, after national sport round you might have already taken the admission in your corresponding institute, and your institute is already fixed. And sometimes there is chance that in some streams vacancies may come. Why it is actually coming is, some students may go for some IITs at this stage only. Later stage, someone may get some call from some IITs, or someone may got some other state government jobs and all, and they feel that okay, I will go for job only. Later only, if I wish to take MTech, I will come back and take MTech. That is also possible because validity is there for 3 years. Okay, so if some vacancy is coming, you are having an option for internal sliding. So that also you can apply through online only, and whenever you are getting a chance to slide yourself, you can change your branch. So that is what is this internal sliding. This is happening within the institute. Okay. Then comes the institute sport round. See, many of the students are unaware of this. What happens in each institute? See, particularly in some top NITs it is happening, because as I told you, some students may get seat in IITs. So who will get seat in IITs? Those who are having good rank. Maybe those students may have taken seat in top NITs. Okay. So when those students who are getting seat in some IITs, they will withdraw this seat and go to that IITs. So these seats will become vacant. So to that seat, you will be getting some sport round, that is the institute sport round. That will be conducted by each institute, and for each institute it may be some different dates, sometimes same date also. Means there may be some sport round for NIT Surathkal and there may be some sport round for some NIT Rourkela. Okay, so each sport round may happen in the same day. So if you really wish to take admission in some institute, what you have to do, you have to keep a contact with the students or your seniors who are studying there, and or you can see the website also and check the number of seats in each stream and corresponds to your corresponds to your branch, like civil, mechanical and all, and check in which all specialization vacancies are there, and you have to physically report at the institute. Okay, the national sport round, you don't have to go to the institute to take the admission, you can apply online. But this institute sport, if you wish to take the admission in one particular institute, you have to go there and physically present there at the time of admission process. So it's actually, if you are lucky enough, you may get admission there, or sometimes only one seat is there, another student is there who is having more score than you, and he also wish to take the same branch, then he will get that. Okay, it's entirely it's up to your luck. Okay, anything can happen. So what I suggest, wherever there are higher vacancies or wherever there are vacancies, you go and apply if you really wish to do that particular specialization. Okay, so check the vacancies. The best thing is keep a contact with the students who are doing masters in the means the students who are doing in second year. Okay, maybe your seniors may be studying there. So keep a contact and understand in which all streams vacancies are there, and in which all specialization there is high chance to get seat. Okay, so that you understand, and you have to physically present there. Okay, then comes again one internal sliding, that is still after national sport round, maybe in one specialization there may be 5 seats, but only 3 students have opted. Then what happens? 2 seats are remaining. Now if you will be in the same institute only, and those students who have already got admission after institute sport, suppose you got in some particular remote sensing, and if you want to slide yourself to environmental engineering where you find that one seat is vacant, then this internal sliding you can apply. So if you are lucky enough, you will be getting a seat. Okay, so these final stages is happening within the institute after all admission process is happening. If you are in one particular institute, then only you can opt for this final internal sliding. Okay, so these things you will be able to know once you are getting admission in some particular institute. You will be constantly getting some updates in the corresponding websites. So what I suggest is, for national sport round and all, if you are planning to take admission in one particular institute, you constantly go through the website again and again. Okay, so whenever they are updating something, you should be able to know. That's why I told, so constantly visit the websites, and for institute sport round and all, each institute may be updating the details corresponds to that particular institute. Okay, so you have to keep on search the institute websites, okay, for getting good knowledge. And one more thing I am telling, keep in contact with the students who are already doing their masters in the second year, so that you will be getting more knowledge regarding the number of seats and chance of getting seats. Okay, so that also very important. And now I will show you, apart from these things, some important points to your knowledge, because most of the students used to ask me these doubts regularly. So I'll be telling you some points apart from these procedures. So many of the students may have not got the certificates like the BTech or BE certificates, correct? But for the document verification and admission process, as I've already mentioned, you should have all the documents. But if you have not got it yet, what to do? You can use the professional certificate. Okay, so you can use that for an admission process. Later stage, whenever you are getting your final BTech certificate or BE certificate, then you can produce that in the, you can submit that in the institute. Okay, so the provisional certificate you can use instead of your final degree certificate. Okay, so that is one thing I would like to mention. And the next thing is, you will be getting some password for online, the choice filling and all. Sometimes it will be some complicated password, contains so many letters, numbers and all. So if you wish to change that password, you can do that any number of times, so that you shouldn't forget that password. Otherwise, you note that password somewhere, so that whenever you want to edit the choices, you should remember that password. Okay, so you can change it any number of times. Then comes one of the important doubts frequently students used to ask, whether we should appear in the reporting center ourselves. That is, whether our parents or any other relatives can go and report by taking our documents, original certificates, everything on behalf of us. Sometimes it can happen, like some students may get some fever or something, or someone may go some abroad. So it can happen that they may not be able to present in the reporting center in that prescribed time. Okay, so we have already seen for each allotment we are having some time during which you have to go and report in the reporting center. Suppose you are not able to go, what happens? They will eliminate you from this process. You will not be considered for the next allotment. So you have to report physically yourself. That is one of the important thing. Even if you get some fever or something, even if you are ill, you have to go to the reporting center. Suppose in the worst case you couldn't go, what happened? I told you will be eliminated from the process, but you can opt for national sport round. If you are having some good rank, means you have already got admission there, no? That's why you couldn't go there and report. Which means if you are applying for national sport round, definitely you will be getting, because some students who are having less score might have already got the admission in the third allotment. So if you are going for national sport round, definitely you will be getting 100% sure. So there is no problem. In the worst case, you couldn't report in that reporting center. Okay, so you can freshly apply for that institute as a separate application process by paying 42,500, and you can apply for that. Okay, so you will be definitely getting the seat there. So the balance amount only you have to pay. Okay, so I hope you understood regarding the CCMT procedure. Yes, definitely you will be getting some doubts while you are filling, and after some first or second allotment, definitely you will be feeling some doubts. Don't worry, you can come here and ask in our comment session. We'll be trying to reply you as soon as possible. So the GATE Academy team will be here always to help you. As I already told you, don't feel hesitate to ask us or contact us. We'll be helping you as soon as possible. We'll be commenting here as soon as possible. So I wish you all the best to get admission in your favorite institutes and favorite specialization. I hope you will get it. Not I hope, I strongly believe you will get it. Okay, all the best guys. And I hope this session was helpful. Thank you.